From a guy's perspective, the first time I was ever with a squirter, she was on top of me and I was going down on her. And
Wait a minute.
I was afraid I was going to drown.
Oh,
It's
yes.
it's fucking.
Ew.
She even said it's a little overwhelming. I know. It's like, you're telling me I'm the one down here.
That's a
Oh God. Well,
the visual is just.
So here's my thing. Now that the faucet is running, okay, the plumbing is working. Can I turn it off?
It's your body.
How does that work?
I'm telling you, this is OnlyFans. You just found a gold mine to print money.
Practice makes
Seriously.
perfect. I don't know.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world. We pull back the curtains on the good, the bad, and Kimmy,
The sugar.
the shocking
Shocking sugar.
stories of sugar dating. So in the house today, it's going to be a good show. We've got Kimmy, of course. How are you?
Little Miss Thing.
Kimmy,
I'm doing great.
Kimmy's fresh off of a trip to Vegas. Like literally, how long ago did you just get in?
It's pretty,
Like just an hour ago or so?
basically.
A couple hours. Anyway, she's already told us some stories, but we have a guest today, so we're going to hold off on those stories till another time, maybe at the end of the podcast. I don't know. We'll see. And then welcome, Lily.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
So Lily's got her mainstay sugar daddy still,
I do.
but they slept in separate bedrooms last night.
Oh God. What?
We had a tiff.
They had a little tiff. She slept with the dog.
The dogs chose me. What
Yeah.
does that say?
So anyway,
You're the
again,
Empress.
and again, just a little teaser. Maybe we'll get to some of that towards the end of the show. But today, I have a special guest. I've actually got a sugar daddy, or maybe even a Splenda Daddy, he might admit. But we want to hear all about it. Welcome, Bruce.
It's good to be here. Thank you, Marcus.
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing great. I want to hear all about Kimmy's trip to Vegas.
Yeah, but we got time for Kimmy. You're a one-time guest here, so we're going to get into your story. Give us a little bit of background. How old are you, first of all?
I'm 61.
Okay, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. And how long have you lived in this part of the country?
Yeah, I've been in Scottsdale for about 25 years.
Okay.
I'm from the East Coast.
All right.
We're in the East Coast.
In the East Coast, in the middle of the East Coast.
Oh, the Midwest.
No, that's not the
I
Midwest.
hate when people call it Chicago East Coast. No.
Yeah, I don't know where anything past like Nevada is.
She's from
Where
Seattle.
where
Kimmy's
the
from
Atlantic
Seattle.
Ocean
so,
meets the States.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been out here about 25 years, married,
I've been divorced 15 years.
Oh, I
divorced.
thought you were going to say 15 times. I was like, go
No.
off.
I've been divorced twice.
Okay. So you've been through a couple marriages. How long did they last?
Well, it was I'll give you a little backstory. At my college graduation, a little party at my parents' house. After graduation, my then girlfriend was telling everyone we were getting married. And I looked at her sideways and said, "What are you talking about?"
I had one do that to me too.
And I was walking down the aisle a few months later, so I'm not sure what happened
See,
there.
I avoided that part.
I should trick a little fellow into something like that, huh?
Yeah.
Girls are very manipulative, aren't they?
It was the first girl I was ever with.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you got to get them fresh off the boat. I'm learning quick.
so that one only lasted about 2 years, luckily. And then the second time I was married 19 and a half years.
Oh, wow.
That was the second girl I was intimate with.
Okay.
So I got divorced 15 years ago, 47.
What's your body count?
Random questions. So
Wow.
that wasn't my
You are
next
getting
question.
Specifics. I like that. All I know is I had naive carved in my forehead when I first got divorced. I mean, I just like approaching women, dating women. I think the first time I asked a girl for her phone number, she said, "If you buy me a glass of wine, I'll give you my phone number." We were at like Mastro's, so it was like
So you became a sugar
$27.
daddy right then and there.
And she said, "Okay, here's my number, 867-5309.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's in the song.
Yeah, I believe.
8675309.
How was dating after 19 and a half years?
Oh, it was fantastic. In fact, I think it was the most fun I've had, in terms of that type of, relations since this time.
All right. So how long ago was it you got divorced?
15 years ago.
Oh, that's right.
I had an objective to date X number of women in a certain amount within a year, I think I said.
How are you meeting these women?
Back then?
Yeah.
It
The
was a
internet's still fairly new.
Yeah, I wasn't that new.
MySpace.
Yeah. No, I met on Match.com was like
Okay,
the
Match,
thing,
yeah.
but I also explored other sites.
Craigslist ads.
Now, Adult Friend Finder.
Yeah.
That was a big
I
thing
remember
back
that one.
then.
Yeah.
I dated a girl who turned out to be a porn actress
Pornhub. Find
on-
singles near me.
on AFF.
Oh, really?
Yes. I
Single
may or may
MILFs in
not
your
have-
area.
Was that presented up front or did you just find that out?
She told me, she didn't present it before we went out. We were out having drinks and she told me what she did. I said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then later said, hey, would you want to be in one?
Oh, God. Wait. So you're in the sex industry?
I think you probably declined
We all have
that
our 15
offer.
minutes of fame. I mean,
Yeah.
High five.
3.5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I've dated a few that have done some adult movies, but I found that out after the fact.
Oof.
Yeah. It was kind of interesting.
That
But
must have been interesting.
yeah.
Well, so I guess technically I can say I dated a porn star then.
You did?
Because, yeah, that's how Bruce and I met. We went to coffee. We had a meet and greet.
Oh, a meet and greet. You
So
count that as
that
a
was a
She
date?
was like the
date.
second person I met from there.
This was a date. He was a
was a
porn
date.
star.
I'm done.
I can put it on my resume. I
Oh,
dated a porn star.
Me too. High five.
Wow, we are stretching it here. All right. Well, I want to get back. So you were doing some online dating.
I was doing some online dating. I dated a range of women. And the interesting thing I found out, Match.com was marketed as a site for relationships, whereas Adult Friend Finder was like
Yeah.
not relationships. And it was the opposite was true. I found a lot of the girls on Match just wanted to have sex.
Really? I've been on there. I
have
wasn't.
never been on there.
I went out with a couple people and I felt it was more of a relationship type.
Those sites, unfortunately, the reason I ended up where I did, besides a suggestion from a friend, the Seeking site, was I found over the past couple of years, the Match, the Bumbles, the Tinders, the Hinge, all the people want to do is talk and text. You never end up meeting. And it's like, I'm not going to waste my time.
I've wasted so much time on those.
It's a waste. And I also, something I learned about myself too in the process. Candidly, from the time, maybe when I first got divorced, first 6 months, I wasn't really pursuing relationships. But really from that time on, I was chasing relationships up until maybe 6 months or a year ago.
Okay.
I just something inside me, maybe because I'm relationship oriented, wanted a relationship.
Well, I think deep down,
We all do.
probably we all are.
But there's a difference between wanting one and chasing one.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we accept things and look past red flags. And I've gotten a lot better at that over the past 5 years. And red flags is probably a bad term because everyone has their own drama in their life and their own experiences and everything else. But at the end of the day, there's some things you just should not put up with.
Right.
Lying, playing games, whatever that may be. Now, my new policy is just no drama.
So what led you to the sugar daddy site?
I have a friend. He's from New York. He has a sugar baby, but he thinks it's his girlfriend.
There was a stripper that.
No, this girl's a nice Asian girl, and she sends him pictures of what she wants for Christmas that
Yeah.
are like $20,000, and
Oh,
she buys
God.
him face cream. They're in a relationship. He'll probably end up getting engaged to her this year, and he's already thinking about having a sugar baby.
Wait, is she in Asia? And he's
No, she's Asian.
Oh,
she
she's
lives
Asian.
here.
She's not in Asia.
He moved
Okay.
from the East Coast or New York to here. So, but he mentioned to me back in, I guess it was just early October. He said, "Wow, I'm impressed at the shirt. Yeah, I've run into all these hot girls, and he is younger than me. He's half my age. He says, I ask them what their story is, and they're like, oh, I have a sugar daddy. But he goes, but they don't spend any money on them. They're like taking them out to like cheap restaurants and stuff. And I'm spending all this money with my girlfriend. He goes, you should look into being a sugar daddy. So I first downloaded some app that was sugar seeking, but that's not the app. The better one is, I have an iPhone. The better one is seeking.com.
Mm-hmm.
And since that time, it's been an adventure.
Meaning?
I'm having the most fun I've ever had in my life.
And
You
you got on there in October?
I think it was early October.
Cocktober.
When did we meet?
October.
Yeah.
Well,
you were
October.
like my second person I met.
So you kind of had what was your thinking going into this? Because Lily kind of got me caught up on a few texts that you guys had back and forth, and I don't know that you were so into the sugaring part of it.
I've adjusted. Getting into it.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, I'll explain myself here. First of all, let me clarify. I'm not the guy with a Lamborghini or Ferrari sitting outside the studio here. I have a 2011 Nissan 370Z convertible that is paid for, and that's probably the biggest thing I own.
You should do more porn. Make more money.
I heard that doesn't pay as well these days. So.
I have an agency if you want to sign up.
Yeah, we should talk. So anyway, my porn name for that one time was Bruce Almighty.
Really?
Yeah.
Bruce
I
Almighty.
need to come up with a name, and that somehow stuck out.
Okay.
Porn star name.
God.
Bruce Almighty.
Isn't that someone Jim Carrey played?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a great movie, actually.
But so I'm a Splenda Daddy or whatever they call him. But I did go into it initially, again, the relationship side of me, wanting a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want anything financially structured. I even wrote that on my profile. Beautiful people like Lily were, open to at least meeting me. So I started off thinking the route of just meeting some people. And candidly, a lot of the people I meet are okay with that. They're looking for quality people to date.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are looking for relationships. Now, I'm not saying that's the majority. I would say the majority definitely is, here's my, how much money I want, or here's what I
Yeah,
want.
you can say PPM.
PPM
Mm-hmm.
or an allowance. So, at the end of the day, you can justify the PPM or the allowance, whatever, based upon the fact that if you're in a relationship, you're going to be spending money.
Yep.
If you're married, you're going to be spending a lot of money and also giving up a lot of control. And at the end of the day, the main thing I care about is treating the people well. I care about two things. The time we're together, we're having fun, that we're both enjoying it, and that we are nice to each other. And if part of that being nice to each other is helping the other person out, that's fine. It just needs to feel not transactional. Does that make sense?
Oh, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure.
that is a big thing on both sides. Is people don't want it to feel transactional, although it is very transactional. And so,
It
how
is.
do you mask that without it feeling transactional?
I've talked to a lot of people, and basically they just all say every relationship is transactional, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or, anything. You have to give
Family.
even family. Yeah. If someone's always taking and you're not benefiting them in any way, benefiting doesn't have to be financially. It could be emotionally or mentally or just praising somebody. But if you're always just negative or taking someone down or having them pay for everything, it's like you're not benefiting them in any way. So in that way, it's a one-sided relationship. But everything has to be something for something else. Otherwise, it's not an equal friendship or relationship.
Yeah. So when Bruce and I went for coffee back in early October,
Let's just say 3 months ago.
Yeah, he communicated to me that he really wasn't interested in any type of set financial anything, that he wanted it to be organic and natural, I think. And that's not what I was looking for. So we kind of agreed to disagree.
Right. That's fair.
And you can clarify in a minute. I got a Happy New Year's, and my perspective may or may not have changed in regards to sugaring. So I didn't ask you anything about that, but inquiring minds want to know.
Well, you have to take each person, each situation independently. And if this was on camera, if this was on YouTube, you can see why my perspective would have changed. It's Lily. Look at those eyes.
Oh,
She has
She
some
is very
beautiful
attractive,
eyes.
yes.
go on. No, really, go on.
Okay, she has beautiful long hair. It's luscious, and she does it every day. She's always looking top perfect, like the top shelf bottle of wine, you know.
And she may have a figure.
Goodness.
I'll definitely. So
And she has a wonderful figure, and apparently she's busty.
Lily and
I
I.
actually have her in my phone, I think, as
Nice.
busty brunette.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, you have to do, there's
I
more
love
than
it.
one
she
Lily's out
has
there.
some beautiful blue eyes. So you know.
Well, when
she's
Lily
just
and
a
I go
perfect
to
package.
Costco to go shopping for our Airbnb or whatever, she's definitely turning heads for a 52-year-old.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she's turning
She's
my head.
52? I
Shucks.
thought she was like 41.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. This is becoming the Lily show.
Yeah. She definitely gets a lot of attention everywhere
I'm
she
gonna
goes.
soak it
She
up.
deserves it.
Yeah.
And the boots she
Yeah, I mean,
wears
you're,
too.
Marcus, you're surrounded. I mean, Kimmy's absolutely gorgeous too.
Oh, we don't have to talk about it. I've
Oh,
had
come
enough.
on, look at Kimmy. Kimmy has a whole different look going, and until you sit down with her and look at
Oh,
her
I get the
eyes-
messages.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Guys message the show wanting to meet Kimmy.
Oh,
I get those all the time.
quick story.
Yeah.
This is just a quick story. So, once upon a time, Kimmy and I went to Vegas. There was a dude who'd been messaging me, and I changed my location to Vegas just to see what was out there, just kind of to entertain ourselves, really, right?
Yeah, we were just bored. We had nothing to do.
And out of the blue,
Yeah.
this guy hits me up again. He's an East Indian gentleman, and he's like, "You're in Vegas?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I want to meet you." I'm like, "Well, I'm with my friend. I mean, we're going to dinner." He's like, "Let me take you guys to dinner." So he takes us to dinner, and I tell him, "Well, you know, I'm actually in a relationship. You know, it's well and good that we're just having dinner, but." Because he was like, "I'd like to see you again." I'm like, I really don't think that's feasible. I don't think it's going to happen. Unless something goes haywire with my current situation, then I'll let you know.
Which you did sleep in separate rooms last night.
Okay. We kissed and made up this morning.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
All right.
It's just going to be fine. Anyway, so he didn't like that very much, that I couldn't see him again. So I didn't hear from him for about a week. And then he goes, "Hi." And I said, "Hi, how's it going?" He's like, "Would your friend want an arrangement?"
Oh.
There you go. Hey, don't accept it, Kimmy. Don't ever take
Oh,
seconds.
I just said no.
Yeah.
Don't ever take seconds.
I just said no.
Never.
No. I just said no because I knew 100% that's not what she was looking for. So the really sad part about that was I know he's just super lonely. He says he has absolutely no luck meeting anyone genuine, anybody of good moral character in Vegas. Because I said, "You're in Vegas, dude. There's tons of women here. Why are
Vegas is not
having so much trouble meeting a girl?"
You're not going to find a genuine person in Vegas. You're just going to find a whole bunch of prostitutes. And, you know, it's okay because prostitutes are fun. But you can't hold one at night.
Kimmy, it's a big city.
Maybe for about
There's
$10,000.
Laughlin. There's other areas.
No, it's just prostitutes. Prostitutes and pimps, I tell
but
you.
he told us that, remember? He said, I just, oh, but there is a good story. So next episode, remind me to tell you the really good thing that happened to the East Indian guy from Vegas.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Next episode.
All right.
Okay?
So a little teaser
That's
there.
a teaser.
That's
Yeah.
a teaser.
All right. So back to
You want to see a teaser?
yeah. Back to Bruce coming around on the sugar dating.
Yes. So
So
tell me more.
I think my next meeting was, again, a coffee date. I like coffee dates.
Me too.
Yeah, because you can go out for drinks and it romanticizes everything. If you just do coffee or smoothies or something, it's very casual, very informal. You can tell if you vibe with someone.
Brian Howie says go for ice cream.
There's a lot of licking involved with that.
Exactly.
That's why he says go for ice cream.
He likes licking.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, new thought.
Yeah.
So anyway, the next person I met was 35 years old, absolutely gorgeous. I guess 35, you call her MILF. She had a couple younger children. Beautiful
Qualifies.
blonde, about 5'7", incredible body. Oh, did I mention that she was a porn actress?
Ooh.
Another one?
This one was award nominated.
Oh.
She's like one of the top up-and-coming porn actresses.
Oh, up and coming?
Well, she's nominated for the AVNs.
Yeah.
The
Currently?
award. Yeah.
Because I know there's a few on there who have
She's
left
only-
that industry.
She's only been in it in like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
And she's known for being a MILF and for one other attribute, squirting.
Oh.
Oh God! Why is that the
Segue.
word of the day?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, I've been, if I've been dating 15 years,
Yeah.
I've been with a woman or two that would squirt. With her, it was like a shower.
Wow.
I don't mean get too graphic. We ended up hitting it off on coffee. A couple days later, we got together over my condo for drinks. We had champagne, we had some cheese and crackers, and then we had 2.5 hours of sex.
2.5
I
hours.
swear to God, I don't ever lie, and I'm not that great at sex, so I'm not sure how I went that long, but.
I'm done.
But we went.
that's
she
cardio
seemed to
right there.
She seemed to enjoy it 7 times over. And I'm just glad I made a stop before I got home and went to Target and got a mattress cover.
Oh, very good.
Because literally it was like the sprinklers had come on.
So are you still seeing her?
She had a lot of stuff going on.
What was she looking for?
What she really needed was someone that was going to give her $5,000 a month. And that's not me.
What did you give her?
Again, truth, I gave her, she didn't even ask for it. I gave her $300 because she was going to Los Angeles and she was happy with that. And she was already justifying in her mind, okay, I'll see you such and such time a month and that will be so much.
Well, it sounds like she had fun.
7 orgasms. She wasn't
You have her.
faking shit.
You have her number.
Dear God.
Even better, I have her name. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay, yeah.
From Pornhub, so
So I can.
you look it up.
Where can we see your? porn?
Yeah.
Hopefully nowhere.
It's Bruce Almighty.
I haven't
I'm
found
looking it up.
Gotta
That
look
was 15 years
gotta look
ago.
up
I don't
Bruce-
think the
Bruce
internet-
Almighty and
I don't think
MILF.
they printed on the internet back then. I think it was VHS tapes.
Oh God!
We're gonna go to the Blockbuster. We're gonna ask for their
The
dirty
Blockbuster.
tapes.
We're
in the
going to
back.
every thrift store and going through the VHS tapes.
Good luck on that.
Yeah.
Do you have Bruce Almighty? Says MILF.
I love it.
Bruce Almighty takes MILF.
You guys are great.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, I could have continued it on. We talked for a while. I actually helped her a little bit business-wise because I used to be in the sports and entertainment business years ago. And so I had some ideas for her. But she had some questions and wanted some advice on some things. But candidly, I kind of quietly walked away from it because I thought she deserved someone that was going to spend a ton of money, to be candid. Although I'd much rather be with, and I'll be also completely honest that squirting's great, but there's a point where it's a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, do you have? I mean, there's ways to avoid the squirt. No.
You know what the squirt is? Like
Well, I
what?
heard it is pee.
It's urine.
Yeah.
Kimmy, have you ever squirted?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't really know why the
That sounds
squirting
like a
thing is so
loaded-
exciting
Is that
because you're
touchy
just getting
subject?
peed on.
It's not.
All right,
It's
so
you
I'm
don't
not
feel
gonna
like you're
give.
being peed on, but go ahead, Kimmy.
I'm
Why
not.
about
I'm
your
not going to give
squirting?
too many details, okay? Because I've been a good celibate little girl, but recently, in midst of a massage, I found out that I can squirt, and I was very shocked because it was almost instantaneous. There was no buildup.
And it was multiple times.
Many times of
Yeah.
that happened.
Was it pleasurable for you?
Did it feel like an
Yeah.
orgasm or did it feel like you were peeing?
Neither. It just felt nice,
Like a
and
release?
warm.
Oh God! Oh dear God!
Okay.
Too much information for Mama.
I'm honestly in shock. I didn't think it was ever possible. I mean, what I will say though, for being my age, my early 20s, the things that I've experienced thus far, I don't know how life will get any better because I have discovered it all. I feel like Lewis and Clark.
Oh, you've just begun. You have just begun.
There are people who have never
Lewis and
never
Clark.
squirted.
And
Yeah.
you look like Sacagawea.
Yeah,
But you know what? This is
Sasquatch.
this is OnlyFans gold. I'm telling you right now. You want to rocket up the financial charts there? Squirting.
Yeah, seriously. So since I found that out, I will have to be exploring that a little more. And
All right, well, we're going to get
it
into
was
that.
so I was
later.
in shock because I didn't know what was happening at all. I was just like, whoa, everything's wet. What is happening? And then that's what it felt good, but it didn't feel like a buildup or an orgasm. It just was happening.
Well, I want to ask Bruce, what prompted you to go get a mattress cover? Did you know this was going to
Oh,
happen?
I knew she was.
Oh,
she was.
okay.
She was open with me from the
She
time
mentioned it.
Like-
we first met.
Like either a shower curtain
So
or a
how-
mattress.
Yeah, I know.
So did you do something to make that happen?
Yeah, I fucked her.
Just sex.
Yeah, I mean, and again, just sex. That was mostly me on bottom, and it was literally like so much that it was from the chest down. And I ended up. Okay, I don't need it, but I do take like Cialis to last longer. And again, we fucked for the whole 2.5 hours.
Wow.
She was there for 5 hours, and I didn't come once, and she came 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
6 of them were intercourse. 1 of them with me touching her.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it was a squirt. It wasn't like
See,
it ran out.
I can't. So mine was just fingers because, again, good celibate little girl.
So you're
Okay, wait.
celibate?
Now
This
I'm
is fascinating.
confused.
Yes, I am celibate. I just wanted, so I didn't want it, actually.
For the last month.
Basically, okay, no, it's been a little longer than that now.
Oh, wow.
It's been a little longer.
I've been celibate since this morning.
Yeah,
So
right.
we're
Oh, God.
Been
yeah.
celibate for 3 days.
Wonderful. Anyways, I've been celibate for a while, okay? And so it was just supposed to be a massage
Mm-hmm.
that turned into some wandering fingers. And those wandering fingers, well, they came across an oasis.
Apparently they did.
yeah.
Some sprinklers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so clarification. Every time you squirt is not an orgasm.
No.
No.
But sometimes when you squirt, it is.
it can be.
It can be. It's
Okay.
it's normally accompanied
Clearly,
with
I'm not a
orgasms,
squirter.
I think.
Or if I am, I have
No, you'll
no
know.
knowledge.
Oh, you'll know.
You'll
We
definitely
should
know.
ask Dr. Sexberry. We should have
You
her
know
on the
what?
show and get it.
I
She-
will. What
she
I will
would know
do
about
is I
it.
will
No, she
send my
talked
masseuse
about
to
it.
you.
Oh, we did talk about that in
Yeah.
our interview.
I will send you my masseuse.
She said it wasn't important.
It is. It's mind-boggling. My mind is boggled. And if anything, I feel very feminine this morning.
You're willing to share your masseuse.
Yes, I will send him your way.
Oh God,
All right. So
It was
that,
a wonderful massage.
I can't say I'm not having FOMO right now.
It was such a great
I am
massage,
having
and it was
FOMO.
very sensual. And then all very slowly, that had happened, and it was great. Because usually, I mean, maybe it's just because I never do the foreplay thing, or I haven't.
Huh?
Well, I do, but it's not like it just goes straight to fingering. But I never have had like a whole massage that was
Yeah.
platonic.
the build up.
You know, that was very, and you know what? I should have known, because every time I get a massage, I get aroused. And I think most people do, right?
Pastors.
No.
I was
No.
giving a massage to a girl once. I looked down and she is soaking wet. I hadn't even touched her private areas. So yeah, she got very turned on with that.
Yeah, so that turns me on.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it out. So I need a massage for about an hour. You need some strong hands. So you didn't come prepared. I don't know, you got to practice on your mom or what.
Don't go there. You can have strong hands without practicing on your mom.
You can
Emily.
practice on your mom or your sister, okay? I won't judge.
No.
But you need to come prepared. And then you got to if you're going to go down, to the Kimmy box, you got to go slow. You can't just go right up in that alley. Okay? You got to pretend like you're not going to do it. And then you got to slowly do
Well,
it.
that's part of the art of it,
Oh,
isn't it? Come
God.
on.
Right.
You
Yes.
have to, I mean,
My masseuse, he's an artiste.
from a guy's perspective, the first time I was ever with a squirter, she was on top of me and I was going down on her. And
Wait a minute.
I was afraid I was going to drown.
Oh,
It's
yes.
It's fucking
Ew.
She
Yeah.
even said it's a little overwhelming. I know. It's like, you're telling me I'm the one down here.
That's a
Oh God! Well,
the visual is just
Oh, yeah.
So here's my thing. Now that the faucet is running, okay, the plumbing is working. Can I turn it off?
It's your body.
How does that work?
I'm
Because that's
telling you, this is OnlyFans. You just found a gold mine to print money.
Practice makes
Seriously.
perfect. I don't know.
I have to get my acrylics removed.
Oh God.
Hey, this girl's nominated for awards for something. And
Yeah.
squirting has a big part of it.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
God.
telling you.
Okay, so since October, you dated the MILF,
Mm-hmm.
and wait, was she the porn star girl?
Yeah,
She was a
yeah,
porn star.
that's a porn star.
Okay,
girl.
and then that ended, and then what?
I've interacted with a great number and a great diversity of women.
Okay, let me ask you, what are you messaging them to get them on the hook? To get them to meet you?
You have a nice smile.
That's simple.
Yeah.
So all that bullshit I've been messaging.
I used to match.
With no response?
And
You're
even the
trying
first
too
few
hard.
days,
Yeah.
I used to write something long. I was like, fuck that. Can I curse on the show?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
in the
Fuck that.
podcast world,
No, we are very PG friendly.
we just talked about squirting.
No, it's simple. It's
Yeah.
simple. You establish it. And right after you establish a dialogue, I basically say, and I've learned something. I used to say, what are you looking for in a man in a relationship?
Yep, you
And-
asked me that.
And everyone says, I don't want a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, you know that even sugar daddy, sugar baby, that's a relationship. So I don't use that word anymore. I
No,
say,
good call there.
what are you looking for in and from a man?
Oh,
And
there
then
you
I
go.
say, here's my cell phone number if texting is easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I just lay it out there.
Squirt connoisseur.
Well, no, I mean,
Just kidding.
I'm every day. Hey, any guy that's with any woman is blessed. Period. I mean, it's a gift.
What is the youngest and the oldest that you've gone on a date with on Seeking? I'm probably the oldest.
No, youngest would be 22, and I saw her again last night. But that's kind of turned a little bit platonic. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. She's a good person, and I want to see her be happy. And she's figuring some things out with some guy now, and I'm just there for her as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not, it has no variable whether I'm paying her money or not. But I'm not paying her money, but I'm just treating her to dinner and stuff like that.
Okay.
Normally we just hang out, order DoorDash, drink a bottle of this wine that she likes and so forth. And she's a great person and opened up to me about some stuff last night, and
So
it's interesting.
I want your thoughts on that, because I've been through this where I met some 21, 22-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? They're like more than half your age. But I got so much out of meeting them. And likewise, they got a lot out of it too. But I was surprised on how much I grew from knowing them, how much I learned from meeting them. Did you find the same experience?
I was with right now I'm crazy about this 29-year-old.
Okay.
And the craziest thing about it, I mean, I'm 60, she's more than half my age. We met the first time, again, for coffee, hit it off, had instant chemistry, even did a little bit light kissing when we first met. She wanted to get together. We got together Sunday. Things got intimate quickly. But even before we got together, she sent me a text, which I don't think I've ever received in all my years of dating. She said, I'm absolutely crazy about you. I will work as hard as I need to get you to feel the same way.
Really?
Aw, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
And if I was a smart guy and a player, I would have just said, okay, keep trying. But I said, hey, I feel crazy about you too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So-
now.
Exactly. Be honest.
I wouldn't say smart guy.
Well, I know, but you're
Because
supposed to
a
not
smart
try
girl-
or whatever. Yeah.
You know,
No, I was honest and said I feel the same way, and we do. She's a great girl, and every part of being with her, every moment is fantastic.
Now, how many times have you seen her?
It's just a couple of times. Yeah, we'll see
I
each
used
other
to
again
feel that
soon.
way.
Yeah, I mean,
oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
I felt that way
the future is
2.5 months ago when I thought I met my Prince Charming.
Oh
Now we're
God.
working through some things.
Yes.
Oh, I really want to be filled in on this. By the way, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't feel well.
You don't feel well? Well,
Nope.
We don't have much
Maybe we-
longer, but
You need some
a
tea.
massage.
No, I need
Massage?
I need to rehydrate.
here.
That's what I got to do.
I've been drinking a gallon of water a day. Here, drink that. It's good.
What is it?
It's very pink
It's
water.
it's got a hint of strawberry flavor in
I was
there.
going to say, never mind.
Mhm.
I'm not. My
Replenish.
dirty mind.
It's good though.
You've just been roofied.
Thank God.
That's good, isn't it?
I better wake up in a puddle.
All right, so one of the young sugar babies I've been dating, she's 20. Well, she's turning 26 in a couple of days. But she has inspired me in so many ways. Tomorrow actually is my last day of a 75 hard challenge.
Congratulations.
Where no alcohol for 75 days.
Good for you.
I work out twice a day. One has to be outside. Drink a gallon of water, which I have here with me, and follow a diet. Oh, and then the other thing that I am totally shocked about this program, and you can look it up. It's all over the internet. Read 10 pages a day of a nonfiction book. That has probably done more for me than anything else. Now, I'm down 23 pounds.
Wow.
I feel good. I'm well hydrated. But reading the 10 pages a day, I had no idea how that would better my life. And it's unbelievable. So I got all of this inspiration from somebody I met on the site.
Who's more than half your age.
Yeah, it wasn't until now.
I guess less than half my age.
Yeah, it wasn't until now that
Less than
I know I
half your
said
age.
that backwards.
literally, I never really dated outside my age group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I dated maybe 10 years younger, a few years older. Yeah, I think when I first got divorced, I was 47. I dated a girl, I was 27, but we met. We didn't know each other's age or whatever. But until this site, you know, I've learned that age is a number. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And different people are at different points. And here's the thing I found out. You know how I said before it was tough dating and building relationships once you've reached a certain age? It's simple. It's because everyone's been scarred and damaged and has their own, they're afraid to be vulnerable. Well, there's less of that with the younger women. You know, they're more vulnerable, they're more open. A lot of them, this 22-year-old.
They're less jaded.
Yeah, well, this 22-year-old last night literally told me some shit that I just blew my mind. You know, I'll just say it, you know, because I'm not giving any names out. You know, her one boyfriend a couple of years ago was a pimp.
Yeah.
And her job was to rough up the hose.
What do you mean, rough them?
Well, threaten them or do whatever she had to do.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And not only that, but this guy talked her into renting an apartment in a bad part of town where there's a lot of streetwalker activity.
Only in Scottsdale do
And
you
then we
see
have
a
a horse.
trailer with a gigantic
Ceramic horse.
ceramic horse.
That's a stallion, too.
Well, you know what?
Catherine, you're great.
They got
So-
distracted as a horse on a ceramic horse
Flatbed
on
trailer.
a flatbed trailer drove by.
There you go.
Well, when I was younger, I grew up in the hood of Detroit, and I'll tell you, those streetwalkers are no joke. There's a lot of
Whatever.
lizards all over.
Detroit.
Yeah.
You grew up in Detroit?
Okay.
Oh, she's from Seattle.
Earlier
Shut the
today,
hell-
you straight told us you were going to start making shit up, and
Yeah.
I'm calling you on it.
We'll call you out on your bullshit.
Okay, that's not true.
Wow.
Okay, I never said that.
To all the people in Detroit,
She
apologize.
apologizes.
No, I don't apologize. You know there's streetwalkers out there.
Well, there's streetwalkers everywhere.
And there's a lot of lizards, and there's Jesus lizards. But
what's a lot lizard?
a lot lizard is like, it's like a streetwalker, but they hang out in the parking lots of like those truck stops, and
Yeah.
they're waiting for the truckers. You know, they smell like cigarettes and cat piss.
Yeah. and you actually see
Kimmy, you seem
videos
very
of
well versed in this.
Oh my God.
you know, for being 20, almost 22, you sure have a lot of knowledge.
You know,
She has an active imagination, is what she has.
I'm telling you one thing. First of all, I lied to you about my age. When you said age is just a number, I was thinking, that's right. I'm 19.
Oh, whatever.
No way.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I've seen
Yes,
her
I am.
ID. She's
Whatever.
full of shit,
She's
right?
bullshit. You better check her ID
You
right now.
motherfuckers. You can't let me have anything.
No, we're not going to let you have any
No,
fun
this
making
isn't-
up stories.
2 lies and a truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bruce, have you ever had a threesome?
I've never had a threesome.
Me either.
You know, I never had one until I joined Seeking, and I've had a few of them now. But it was awkward for me on a couple of them. But I've talked to other guys. They love them. And they never had them until they joined.
I have never had a threesome, and I think
Here we go.
Wait
Is
a
this like
minute.
plans being made right now?
should we have a threesome?
Oh God, no.
What?
I can't.
Lily's not into that.
Well, you don't want
No,
to.
I am.
Well, you're celibate and
you-
she's in a
you don't wanna
relationship,
date
so
at
that's
the
going to be an
water park?
interesting one.
Well, unfortunately, Bruce has to get out of here.
I do.
And we're not quite done with the show, so we're going to say goodbye to Bruce because we have a lot more to get into with these girls.
Definitely.
But it sounds like you've got on an interesting journey,
I have.
and you're going to have more stories, and you're local here, so we do want you to come back
Hey, I appreciate
when you
that.
have more time, because this has gone very well. And I have so many more questions. Lily's sitting over here with so many questions.
So many questions.
No, you guys are all fantastic. I was a little nervous coming on here, to be candid. Your professionalism, you're just good. You got great energy, all three of you, and I would love to come back sometime.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of fun, and we're number one in a lot of countries.
That's so cool.
This is going to be heard all over the world.
Tell them some of the countries we're number one in.
Thailand.
St. Kitts and Nevis, Cape Verde. We were number one in Poland. We were number one in Ecuador.
Russia.
We were number one in
North Korea.
Let's see, where's else?
El Salvador.
El Salvador, yeah.
Really?
So yeah, we've hit number one in a lot of
Islamic
countries.
Republic of Iran.
Dang.
I don't think we hit number one there, but we have
We're
charted.
pretty.
it.
Yeah, we're pretty up there.
Yeah.
We're
So anyway.
climbing.
Well, thank you again.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure. Thanks. All right, so who do we start with? Because I have a
Lily,
lot of
let's
questions.
start with Lily.
Why do I tell you guys anything? I don't even want to talk about it. It was the stupidest fight.
Over
well,
what?
we gotta hear it.
Oh, God. We were talking about my financial goals, and I said it was my priority, and he got pissed off. He's like, if you really feel that way, then you can just leave. So I'm like, well, I can't leave because I had 2 martinis, so I can't drive anywhere, but I can sleep in the other room, I suppose. So I slept in the other room with the dogs, and in the morning I was very befuddled. I'm like, what were we fighting about? He goes, because you said that was your priority, your financial goal. That shouldn't be your main priority. He was upset that I didn't say he was my priority.
Oh.
I go, okay, that's my financial priority. That has nothing to do
Yeah.
with my relationship priorities or my romantic priorities. And he's like, okay, well, I thought that's what you were saying. Well, it wasn't.
So it was a miscommunication.
So you kissed and made up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I have a story for you guys.
What is your story?
I don't know how to. Did I join the Mile High Club if I got off on the plane even though I didn't actually have intercourse?
You
You
got a hand
jacked
job?
off in the bathroom?
No, she gave me one while the plane was taking off. There's a lady sitting right next to me.
Oh,
God.
my God.
I am so disturbed right now.
No.
Can you believe that? But it
when
was.
I see her, I'm going to give her a high five.
I'm going to start going to church.
No.
I got to stop hanging out with the 2 of you.
First of all, we need to start going to the Muslim church.
Mm-hmm.
What is it
Right.
called? The mosque.
That's acceptable?
That's where we need to find
Have
ourselves.
you guys ever made out with somebody in a plane?
No.
No.
Like
Nor-
in it was.
Well, you know what? One time this guy wanted me to meet him in the bathroom. I had just met him 5 minutes ago in the line. We were talking. I looked like absolute shit. Just like pure unadulterated shit. And so I was talking to him because I thought, you know what? He's not going to hit on me. I don't look good. And I was wrong. And not only did he hit on me, he texted me and said, hey, you want to meet me in the bathroom 5 minutes? I was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. What the fuck? Why would I do such a thing?
First of all,
and he's like, this
there's
might be
no
my
room
fault.
for 2 people in those bathrooms.
Oh, I can make room.
She can make a whole video
You know,
in an airplane
I
bathroom.
know I've seen porn videos where they do that, but I walked in the bathroom. I'm like, how? And I can barely even turn around in these things. And I'm just wondering.
No,
And then
you can.
plus everybody sees another person going into the bathroom.
No, one person has to just stay in there long enough where they're like, did they just like dissipate? And then another person walks in.
Yeah, but then once you exit and then that person who's waiting to get into the bathroom tries to go in, there's still another person in there.
You just say, hey, my kid's taking a shit. Sorry, I'm
God.
sorry. I was helping my son take a shit. He's new to this, but give it a sec. It's airing out. I would wait for the second one.
So anyway, I have to tell you this story because we're flying home from Hawaii, which was a fantastic trip. I recommend it highly. I've never been. It was on my bucket list. So we take the red eye. It leaves at like 11:30 at night. So it's pretty dark in the plane. You know, they turn the lights off, and we're in we're on one of those big jumbo planes where they got 3 seats on one side, 3 seats in the middle, and 3 seats on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And she has like a blanket and it was like a pillow thing that turned into a blanket.
Yep.
So she's like, here, and she spreads this blanket over me, and then all of a sudden the hands go wandering, and I'm like looking around going, oh my God.
Okay, wait. Stop.
Get in
Did
big
you
trouble.
ejaculate?
There's a woman.
I joined the club.
Okay, there's a woman
Yay.
to your left.
Yes.
You're
Rabbi
in the
too,
middle
you're right.
seat.
I'm in the middle seat.
And she's in the window.
My sugar baby's on the right side. No, we're in the middle. Like this plane had 6 or 9 seats. Like 3 on the
there's
left,
4 in the.
3 in the middle, and then 3 on the right.
And you guys are in the middle section.
We're in the middle section,
You're in
and
the
I'm
middle
in the very
seat.
middle seat.
And there's a woman on each side of you.
Yes.
And one of them is jacking you off.
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
2 of them. And there's a rabbi.
That would have been even
No.
better
and then the rabbi joined
But-
in.
if she had said, well, if you can't beat him,
The
join him.
crazy thing is there's people behind us. There's people in the other rows that can see, right? I mean,
And
I'm
Marcus
just like,
like,
I'm like looking
yeah.
around going,
Oh yeah.
no, I had to be quiet.
Well, and obviously you can't really do that without making motions.
Well, she made so I took the blanket and I raised it up, like I was holding it up, and then I took my hat off and I put it on top of the blanket.
It's called pitching a handy tent.
Yeah, that's what I did. And then all of a sudden,
That's
like
what the cool kids are calling it.
all of a sudden, I started like getting there, and I put up my hand like stop, and she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Okay, go ahead." Anyway, and she kept going, and then all of a sudden, bam, and I'm just like, "Oh, here's the other thing." So it was going to be an all-night flight, and I wanted to make sure I slept, so I took an edible for the flight.
God.
So I'm half stoned at this point. The plane is taking off. I'm paranoid as fuck because all these people are in there.
For our listeners out there, I'm just shaking my head. I am shaking my
Me too.
head.
I'm really disappointed in you, Marcus.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You are not.
That was
Don't lie.
fantastic.
Gosh, this Lion Kimmy. I don't know what to think of Lion Kimmy.
I don't know what to do with Lion Kimmy today. The one who makes content in the bathroom on the airplane.
No, I see.
Okay, was there a gigantic mess?
Well, it had time to dry.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Why did I ask?
It's called a crusty.
Because
blanket.
she's
Oh,
like,
God.
do you want to go to the bathroom? I'm like, no, I'm all wet. I'm not going to the bathroom.
That's what she said.
So I literally just fell asleep because boy, did I sleep nice after that. I woke up about 5 a.m. before the plane was landing. And,
You're lucky you're not a squirter.
Oh, I was a squirter.
Oh shit!
Anyway.
Wait. Apparently, I'm the only one who hasn't joined the Mile High Club because you joined it with yourself.
Oh, what? That shit was all fake. I was hitting the walls of the bathroom and just thinking about the rabbi I was going to come back to.
Mhm. Yeah.
I was like, in the name of holy Jesus, thank you for my sins.
But anyway, so that was my adventure home.
Okay, so you guys could have gotten in so much trouble.
I know.
And you could have been banned off the plane
So
like
can
the
you
other
please
guy.
can you please tell me what
I was-
airlines and flight numbers?
We're gonna
Negatory.
we're reporting you to the FAA.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. Never did that before.
I'm not a member of the club.
No,
No.
I recommend it. It's very,
Nor have I ever had a threesome. I'm so boring.
yeah.
Oh, no, you are not. You are not boring. Lily, we go on vacations, and every time I'm like, oh, my God.
They're the most epic vacations
They are
you ever
the
go
most
on
epic.
with
But-
you two.
Yeah, but mainly because of Lily's stories and the things that are happening to her.
God.
She attracts some crazies, but I think deep down, you love it. Because
you never thought
you do love to entertain the crazy.
you never thought a woman of her age with her profession that you guys don't know about would be
My profession is weirdo dater.
weirdo. That's your new profession.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my profession. So speaking of weirdo magnet, all of my weirdos, okay, the majority of my weirdos are super, super nice people. They are good people. They're just strange. Or you know what? I'm the common denominator. So maybe I'm strange and everyone else is normal. But
No, I think you're just an enabler of the weirds.
I guess. But I did go to lunch with one of my very first little old men that I've dated from Seeking.
How was it? I wanted to come with.
He's the one who offered you $2.5 million to be his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yes, he offered me $2.5 million and to inherit all of his stocks and bonds if I would be his girlfriend for 5 years. And I politely declined because the age gap was just too ponderous.
Which is
But-
very similar to the age gap you have now. So it was the chemistry was too.
It was hogwash.
No, the age gap now is also a challenge.
It's also
We can
hogwash.
talk about that later because I want to talk about my restaurateur.
Okay.
He met a woman not on Seeking that is age appropriate. In fact, so he's 75. His girlfriend is 76. They've been dating for 9 months now, and he's very happy with her. They see each other 4 or 5 times a week. She's a widow. She's got her own wealth. They travel well together. She bought him a Rolex for Christmas.
Oh my!
They
Wait,
are
is she a sugar mama?
It looks like it.
no, they're sugar.
Or is
They're
she use
sugaring
his?
each other.
She
They're
she
sugaring
used
each
his
other.
credit card to buy him a gift.
No, she's independently wealthy.
Nice.
She's a widow and she was left a lot of money. She's a Southern belle
Mm-hmm.
and he just adores her and they get along wonderfully. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Because he is a nice man, and
he asked about you.
He just has your intention. He just wants to do everything good for you, and he oversteps his boundaries sometimes.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
it's
I
all
love
in good
little old
intentions.
men.
But he checks on me and that's nice. And I check
Yeah.
on him and we're still friends. That's the great thing about Seeking is I've met plenty of gentlemen that I'm still friends with just because we didn't hit it off. We weren't each other's person, but we'll be lifelong friends and we'll just check on each other. And I like it.
Well, this Bruce was fantastic. You'd only talked to him once or twice.
Yeah.
I thought his stories were fantastic.
I went to coffee with him literally one time. We had one date. We weren't on the same page, but we bantered back and forth and I kind of told him what I was looking for and he told me what he was looking for and we were just
Yeah, you just weren't on the same page.
no, not at all. But he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's, just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I definitely want to invite him back because we had just gotten started.
Well, he's only been on Seeking since October.
Yeah, so this will give him some more time to get
I'm
some
sure he
more
has more
experiences.
stories, but
Yeah.
I think he was kind of worried about
Now-
making it to his meeting.
Now, Kimmy, are you off or on right now?
So I actually got back on Seeking, and then
You just can't help yourself.
no. But here's the thing: I was fucking with people. Lily and Marcus saw this. So basically, I told this one guy that if he wants to get with me, that he needs to get with my friend who's 400 pounds, and that I was gonna help him find her no square because it's covered with
Her
this
glory hole.
Her glory hole because it's covered with this flap of extra excess weight. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just hold it up for you. You're gonna get in there. If she says you're good, then maybe me and you can have a shot. And he was down for it, right? But then
Men will do anything.
no,
No,
he
he
said
did
deal.
say yes.
He
Yeah.
did say yes. He was down for this, right? But I was like, okay, I gotta make it weirder because this is too
Obviously,
easy.
that wasn't weird enough.
Because I'm like, this is just too easy, I guess, right? So I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
She's very hoopty.
So
Tell me you didn't
I said-
get into animals.
Oh, no, I did not. But I said, well, she might have an STD. She's a dirty girl. And he goes, oh, I don't want an STD. I'm like, well, there's a 50-50 chance. He goes, I'm not doing it. I said, there's a 50-50 chance. You're telling me you're going to pussy out of this?
You're so crazy.
And yeah, I think he said he would think about it, but that one wasn't great. Then I met this Mormon guy, right? And I told him, I said, you know what? He told me he was Mormon, that he was married. He's like, is it okay that I'm married? I said, well, is it okay that I used to be a lot lizard? And he's like, what's a lot lizard? I'm like, you got to look that shit up. But I'm like, but don't worry about that. I've retired out of my lot lizard life, and now I'm a Jesus lizard. And he was loving it. He's like, I'm so proud of you, And then I said to him, I was like, you're still married. Would your wife be down for a religious three-way?
Oh. All right, I got to stop you right there because
And
we are.
he said, unfortunately not. But you know what? I'm telling you, these guys, you can really say anything to them. Okay,
Yeah.
you ask them to jump, and they say how high.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, they
so
do.
I'm gonna line up a bunch of obese chicks. Okay, and we're gonna get to fucking.
All right. So if you want to share your sugar dating stories, questions, or comments, please go to our website at secretsofasugardaddy.com and be sure to follow us on Instagram, same name. And join us next week to hear more stories and crazy shit from these girls and
Don't let me
whoever
forget
again.
to
Actually,
tell you about the East Indian guy. Don't,
Yes.
don't
okay.
let me forget.
But we do have
It's good.
another sugar daddy guest. He's actually flying in, especially to be on the show. next week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so we're going to
That is
have another
right.
really good episode next week. So tune in then.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe you'll see me on Seeking.
yeah, maybe.
I might be messing with you though.
All right, until next episode. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.